Hey, what's up? It's Erica. I'm just chilling here. Like, I don't know. I got nothing to do. I mean, I do, but nothing fun really that I'm trying to do by myself. So, once again, I'm out here in my van, and I figured, why not talk to the people? Because I have been doing so much healing, meditating, shifting, and I wanted to talk a little bit about one of my favorite topics, the subconscious mind. So basically, and I have heard this a few places. I'm smoking CBD, by the way, flower. I've heard this a few places, like when I first started really being intrigued about changing your life, changing your thoughts, changing everything, right? And I learned that you're not manifesting consciously, you're manifesting subconsciously. So, just to give you a mathematical type idea about why persistence is so important, is because your subconscious mind can take in like 80,000 thoughts or commands, I should say, or whatever, per day. And if you add that up over like the total of years and years and years, basically, right? And you keep feeding and feeding and feeding these loops and patterns that you've been accustomed to. This is why everything gets repeated in cycles. And for some, it may seem like it takes so long to have a turnaround. I feel like I'm that some. I've been working at this. You know, in all honesty, I really got into the reprogramming of the subconscious mind last July. So it really has not been a year. Although, because of the heartbreak and the twin flame activation I had, that had been going on about 2 years ago. When I had that, I was basically in the tears and the pain for like 9 months, longer maybe. And in the course of switching over these thoughts, it almost like I knew the concept was so amazing and so profound, and I was so mind blown, and I was also a little bit pissed off when I realized what was really going on. And that's something I'm going to be speaking about in my master class, the subconscious subliminal shift. But I feel like this is something that's got to be addressed. And if you feel like joining the discussion, then feel free to comment below. And basically, oh my God, he's calling me 3 times in a row. It's okay, stop. I can't concentrate when I see that shit popping up. Okay, so persist, persist, freaking persist. And so this is why I feel, and I hate to get into the age thing because I am like the poster child for the ageless being, right? But let's keep it real here. The older you are, when you start this, I feel like the longer it's gonna fucking take, simply due to mathematics, period. Think about, okay, and even if 80,000 isn't the right quote, whatever it is, 80,000 thoughts a day for however many years, and that's a long time. That's a lot of mathematics. So when you finally get to your wall or your rock bottom and you're like, okay, my life is shit, what the fuck, why do I keep getting repetitive cycles? Okay, then you start digging deeper, you're learning about the healing, and then you're trying to back it up. Oh my God. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a really long minute, but the thing is, like, it's a lot of clearing to do. And, you know, now that I've been involved in this and studying this and coaching this for like a while now, I have noticed there are several techniques that actually work really well. But the bottom line is persistence. And I just want to talk about that because it's a lot. Like, people will just talk about, like, it's very simple, just persist. And that's really hard to do sometimes when you're looking around your 3D reality. But I mean, I really feel like it gets easier. And basically, you have to feel this shit for real. You gotta know it in your head. You gotta feel it. You gotta know it like it's natural. And that's when things kind of start rearranging for you. So that's why. And, you know, Roxy is a very big promoter of this, doing the 360 method, doing all aspects. Because if you stick with one aspect, like for me, obviously the most important thing is my specific person, right? Relationship. But if I was to just do like nothing but relationship stuff, first of all, it'd be hard to see a turnaround with just one area. That's why if you're starting like just getting into this subconscious rewiring, it really is a good idea to get a piece of paper, write down the different categories that you want to talk about, and then really focus on the self-concept. And I notice, like, for me, doing things that are like appropriate to the time of what you're doing. For example, when I'm in the car driving, I can say things like, I am always safe, I am always protected, I always have a clear distance, I find the best parking spots, I always have ease on the road, no one's ever blocking me, stuff like that. Is he really calling me 6 times in a row? Like 10 times? That's what I asked for. Not for this particular person, but birds before land. So anyways, when I'm in the shower, like, oh, my skin is really smooth, my skin is glowing, like washing your hair. My hair is always easy to style. My hair goes exactly how I want it. My face is youthful. My skin is glowing. As you wash each body part, say it how you want it to be. Oh, my booty is popping, like my arms are toned, my tattoos are vibrant. Just keep saying stuff. Like, so then if it's like time to cuddle in bed, that's a good time to think about your SP, right? Oh, he's kissing all over me. I feel so good when my man is loving on me. I feel so good when my man is, going down on me, whatever. Like, oh, I know I'm the only girl he wants. I feel so happy. Like, this is the time for your specific person. Really, really good, right? And then basically for anything, like if you're in the kitchen, you know what? I'm always organized. I always know what I'm doing. I always find the food I want so easily. It's always easy to keep a clean kitchen, whatever. Like, whatever you want to say about it, whatever you want your reality to be, do it where it's relevant. And I mean, I think you can do it other times too. You know what I mean? Like, I used to use my washing dishes time to affirm about my body or my SP or whatever else, because you don't have to think when you do dishes. But I mean, just saying, like, I think for self-concept and especially body, I think doing that in the shower is a really good idea. So like different, that's just a tip. Take it or leave it. See if it works for you. Like when I'm doing my makeup, I tell myself I always have my makeup symmetrically how I love it. It's always easy for me to do my eyebrows, stuff like that. And like, just say what you want. Like, oh, everything always looks perfect. Or like when I'm feeding my pets or taking care of my pets, oh, my pets are always happy and healthy. My pets are very loving. My pets have fun. My pets love being here. Stuff like that. Kids, you can say stuff for kids too. I mean, just all aspects of life, basically. If I'm sitting down and I'm doing some work and I'm like in my work business journal and stuff, I will say in my head, I'm so successful at my business while I'm doing my my recording, or while I'm getting ready to have a sale or something. For those of you who watch me for spirituality, I actually do run my own makeup business. So if you are actually interested in my makeup and skincare, I have a whole nother YouTube for that. So check that out, Empress of Glam. But, for those of you who are interested in the spirituality, you're in the right place. But, when I'm doing my business logging, I always say, oh, I make more money every single day. I attract new clients every day. I'm always on par for making $300 a day or whatever else. And, just saying good things. So that is just a little tip that I figured might help some of you. Like, in addition to just constantly affirming, I find that switching it up for, like, the areas that you're in can also help trigger your mind. That's my theory anyways. That's my theory, because I've been doing it in the shower a lot about my tight glowing skin, and I honestly do feel like my skin is just like getting really, really nice. Like, I'm losing my freckles, I feel like, and I'm trying to get my skin real tight. and firm and glowing. And I've been saying this in the shower now for a few weeks, keeping it very consistently. And I can almost feel like a routine coming out of it. And that's how you know when you memorize something. That's how you know that your subconscious is taking it in when it's memorized. Think about how you're singing along to a song. You know, when it's memorized in your head, that's how it's in your subconscious. That's how it's natural. That's when it starts to show up in your reality. That's why we say persist, persist, because eventually shit will just become memorization. That's why when you guys purchase my audio tracks, like a friend of mine who got my one full moon lover attraction audio, she was saying that she'd be driving in the middle of the afternoon and all of a sudden that'll pop into her head. I am always treated like a princess, whatnot. Like out of nowhere, when those affirmations start popping into your head, that's how you know that you're crossing the threshold of new reality to old reality. So for any of you kind of out there saying, you know what, I've been doing this, I'm not seeing a change, oh my God. It's like, hey, this is what I asked for. I asked for a Yandir crush, and I think I got me one. I found this one on the Bumble, but I do actually really like someone. But I'm kind of just trying to like keep my options open, you know, for now. But anyway, I hope those tips helped. Because think that you are cutting through now, like what we're trying to do in the fast track. And like, y'all, if you want a fast track, I can go in energetically and remove like years worth of, those of you who have sessions with me, you know this, I can remove years worth of beliefs that you don't even know about that are running in your subconscious and unconscious. So that's why it's good to have like a healer person, you know. But I also show you how to do that yourself so you can continue. But like I'm saying, give yourself some slack, because you're cutting through years and years and years, 80,000 shits a day, and you can only just go so repetitively. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, the water gets murky. You're draining the swamp, right? You're draining the swamp that is you. The water is murky, and it's gonna start filtering out till finally it's clear and you're all in your whole new life. Okay, stop. So that's what I'm basically here to say. I'm just delivering you guys some helpful advice about the persisting. And like, one more thing to say, as you keep trucking along and draining this swamp, so to say, you'll start seeing little you know, instances showing up into your reality, and it'll get better and better as the days go by, as you keep persisting. So that's what I'm here to say. Also, just in case you are actually watching this in real time, this weekend is the Aries new moon, which is actually the void of the moon, which is actually a super moon. So this void is some very heavy creator space. Get in it. Use this power, use this moon this weekend. Also, you might get sucked into one of them holes. Like, you see me every once in a while, I make these videos where I am sucked down because a shadow is wanting to come up. When you get sucked down, when you persist like this, sometimes there's an emotional purge. And sometimes when the shadow comes about, you're gonna get sucked down in the shadow. When you're down in the shadow, ask it what it's there to teach you so you can finally get rid of it. This is one of those periods, I'm just telling you, for the next like few days. If you notice old patterns coming up, don't try to bypass it. Sit with it. Get with it. Ask it what it's teaching you, because likely now that you're more aware because you've been doing the work, you can actually see some of this shit. Like I just caught on to noticing somebody was gaslighting me. They've been doing this for years. And I was like, oh, this is gaslighting. Oh my God. I have been being gaslit. And I swear to you, I was like, wow, I must have really up-leveled, because as you keep going in this and raising your awareness and raising your consciousness, you're going to have a new awareness about stuff. And sometimes that's why the past kind of comes back. It's coming back to finally see if you've completed the cycle. And I've heard this before, and I am seeing now that I am finally declining certain invitations that I would have jumped on or begged for in the past. And I'm like, okay, maybe I am leveling up. And that's basically just happened in the last few weeks. So when the past comes around, just by the time you notice something new about the past, that's when you're going to be like, wow, I up-leveled. Because I swear, I had a suspicion that I was possibly being gaslit, and I could not identify it properly because I was still so much in, and I'm like, oh, okay. I swear I saw it clearly, and that just made me feel like, wow, I have really became educated. Because I can always see it with other people, you know what I mean? But when you're doing for self, like us healers, we are also doing for self. So that was kind of cool. Dude, that was kind of cool for me to notice, but I'm like, wow, I'm just now catching on. So that's the ego part too, that you try to be gentle with yourself. I know that sometimes when you have a big epiphany, it can almost make you feel like you're really stupid, that you didn't catch on to it before, but it's your programming. It's not you. It's your programming, and that is what we're here to change. So celebrate those little victories. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Holla at ya, girl.